This is Due by Friday, a weekly challenge podcast with Alex Cox and Merlin Mann. This week's challenge, step into the Criterion closet.
Hello, good morning, Merlin Mann. How are you?
I'm fine, Alex. How are you?
I am all right. Had a great morning.
Oh, good.
Why are you laughing at my good morning?
You're just funny. You're how you are, and that's a delight.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you're dying.
I'm dying?
Yes, we're all talking about it. So, we're all going to be a lot nicer to you now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's
You'll find
good
out.
to
You'll find out more later. Well, probably.
All right.
It might be too late. What? So you had a good morning. Did you sleep well? You're dying. But did you sleep well?
Wait. Aren't we all dying?
Whoa.
So is this something where we should all be
mind
nicer
explosion
to each other?
Emoji. Oh, yeah.
Is this a trap? I think I'm in a trap.
We don't say that anymore.
That's funny. That is funny.
So what all happened? So you slept okay, I'm guessing?
I did.
I fell asleep watching my favorite Criterion disc last night. I didn't sleep very long, but I'm not worried about that. I slept okay. I'm up. I got a lot done. Did you get anything accomplished? Anything you're excited about you got accomplished this morning?
You know, I didn't. And maybe that's why I had a good morning.
Oh, yeah. That's a good John Mulaney bit.
Yeah.
New in town, when he says, like little kids are like, oh, we didn't get to do anything this weekend. When you're an adult, you're like, what did you do this weekend? You're like, I didn't do anything. It was great.
I subscribe to the theory of, Junior, where he says, like, sleep is boring. It's boring. So I think I got good sleep, but only 3 hours, maybe. And apparently, turns out, based on an Atlantic article and a Fresh Air episode I listened to, you only need 3 to 8 hours of sleep. It's based on everyone's body.
You only need 3 to 8 hours of sleep.
Yep. Is that why I'm dying? That
could be made even stupider by saying you only need 1 to 16 hours of sleep.
Yep, and I'd probably
that seems reasonable.
Yep, if the person had this voice and was nice enough to me, I would be like, sure. Do you have any colloidal silver for me? I want to be blue.
Well, it reminds me of those ads you see. If you see commercials, for pharmaceuticals, and they say something like, "There's this thing, and you give yourself a shot in your tummy, and then that makes you lose weight." And people on this drug have lost up to 46 pounds. And I kind of feel like when they do that, I feel like the way they should say that is, you can take this drug and there's no way you'll lose more than 46 pounds. Because that's what they probably mean. You know what I mean?
I have...
Because if they say up to, well, okay, but here, you say, what you really need is 3 to 8 hours of sleep. And I don't know if that's an exact quote, but, 8 hours is, I think, kind of ordinarily what people think of as the amount of sleep they need and don't get. 3 seems low. 3 to 8 would seem to cover, I'm guessing, probably 90% of the bell curve for most sleepers.
Yeah, 8 hours is the sweet spot of...
Well, it depends on the person.
8 hours is the guilt number for me. I always want 8 hours. Oh. And if my app doesn't say 8 hours, I feel like a failure. Yeah. We've talked about how that's not a good idea. Meditation isn't about relaxing. It doesn't matter. 8 is a failure number. And eight is a failure number because you feel like you slept too much when you get that, or you feel guilty that you slept that much? No, it's that I have not gotten that number. It's Brian Reganing, like say 8. Say 8. 8 is just it's cursed. It's like the cursed thread of sleep. You don't know who the Hat Man is.
No, I don't. That can be difficult. I don't need to know. That can be difficult. I know that can be difficult to undo. Our thinking about those kinds of things. You know what I mean? Because I think, I don't know, it's my, one of my beliefs personally is that I can handle almost anything except slight inconvenience. And realizing that has made me, I think, understand life a little bit better and how I get impatient sometimes. Because really, I'm constantly trying to avoid inconvenience. Is something I've realized about myself. I think a similar thing here is like you gotta, I don't know, you gotta take a long view on sleep. You know, for me anyway. I'm sorry you didn't ask for advice, but like I always feel like you just gotta say, hey, it's okay, buddy, you'll get it next time. And if you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah, and you don't need colloidal silver, even though I kind of...
Why do you keep talking about colloidal silver?
Because I just keep thinking about how if someone says something nice enough to me, I think maybe this is what brings me into a cult. Maybe me dying
What did
is
somebody
what brings
suggest colloidal silver recently?
Oh no, just Mother God, you know,
Okay.
the blue corpse from the
Yeah.
HBO documentary I think about once a week, often when I'm trying to fall asleep.
Okay.
And
You should put some Christmas lights around yourself like they did with her corpse.
I mean, what's the harm in it other than the cops
What are you
breaking
going to do?
in?
Electrocute Mother God? She's God, dude. She's dead. She's dead, dude.
You can't desecrate God. It's not.
That's a really good point. You could desecrate a grave. You could desecrate a Bible. You could desecrate all kinds of holy texts and holy relics. But a body, unless that body's a Bible. Or what if you got a you know what? I'm not gonna get involved with it. The Hat Man. So hey everybody. This is just the thing I do now. Okay, hi.
What's the thing you do
Oh
now?
no, I've just I'm working on a lot of personal. I'm working on some bits that I can use as personal resets when things are falling apart.
All right.
So I feel pretty good about that.
All right. So things are.
Oh yeah, I'm great. I watched that Arik, what's his name video on this Criterion video this morning. I refilled all my bird feeders. I cleaned my bird feeders and refilled them. I did the dishes, and then I did more of the dishes. The dishes, as Jeff Rosenstock says. I got a lot done. I feel pretty good. I printed out a new picture frame I like. Yeah, it was good. I'm satisfied, but it's all just build up to being with you. You're my Wednesday.
I'm very, very privileged to be a part of your Wednesday, and now your dishes Wednesday. It seemed you just sounded very enthusiastic about the dishes. That's not a point of stress for you, dishes.
You
do.
Really super don't want to get me started. There's so many levels. There's so many levels to the dishes. Many levels.
How about can I have at least two? Do I earn two?
Yeah, I could give a fuck what any condition of the house is. I just don't care. Nothing bothers me, and that's a problem. So like I need to like align the way I see the house with the way normal people see the house. So like the problem is like I'm from Hoarders. Like the house could be wrecked. And I would just be like, oh, that's okay. We'll just move that. We've still got paths. Like everything is fine. Whereas other people in the house are like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff accumulating on that table. And the kind of stuff I never notice. So I try to make a point. I do all the dishes before I go to bed. And I get up in the morning and the little Lord has made his meals for the day. And like the entire kitchen, I wake up and it's just wrecked. I'm like, But I'm not going to bug him about it because he's making his own lunch. And that's more important than me feeling like I'm kind of sick of putting the air fryer away.
An air fryer lunch. That's quite fancy.
Well, I don't talk about my kid anymore, but he makes all of his lunches for the week on Sunday. He roasts vegetables for the week. He makes an entire, and he puts them in little dishes in the fridge. And he takes that to work at his two jobs. And I'm talking about movie discs today, which is important. Oh, I'm super excited. No. But I mean, like, everything's contextual. You got to take it all in context, I know what I do is valuable. Very few other people do. And I can't really bank on other people thinking what I do is valuable. So instead, I try to demonstrate value in a way that anybody in the seduction community would. I try to show value. I demonstrate value to the people in my family.
All right. How many people would it... How would someone convince you that you have value, or would it have to be a group of people?
It's really not a question about dishes.
Well, you didn't even give me one level of dishes. All I got was information about an air fryer.
Watch that video I sent you. I sent you my template I made or found or made a long time ago for fake Criterion covers.
This is not something I should have.
Why?
Shouldn't have
Just
it.
open it up and use it.
I know. I already
Then you
have.
go do other stuff. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I did one a long time ago that I could not find. I saw an interview with Amy Sedaris one time where she talked about the origin of Strangers with Candy. Do you know this story?
No.
Let me see if I can find this real quick. So, like in a similar way to perhaps, John Mulaney and J.J. Bittenbinder, like that misty watercolored memory of the man with the mustache and the cowboy hat who would come and talk about child abduction at 9 a.m. at his elementary school. Go have fun, go be kids. But it has an impact on you. A thing that made an impact on Amy Sedaris is a 1970 short film, an anti-drug PSA called The Trip Back. And can I encourage you, please, to go Google The Trip Back and look at what that... So are you familiar with what Amy Sedaris looks like on Strangers with Candy?
Yes.
Please Google...
short hair. That's all I remember, actually.
Google The Trip Back. And this is a woman who gets out there and talks about, I don't think she says she was a loser, a user, and a boozer, but she basically talks like that. She talks in those kind of like ex-druggy aphorisms. And you can see this picture of her doing her talk with the microphones and smoking a butt. And you see how much she looks like the Amy Sedaris character.
Is this a... Oh, yep. This is a documentary.
It's a PSA kind of like, it's a cheesy anti-drug movie. But yeah, I made a Criterion edition of the Trip Back. I can't find it now, but
I like this, especially because it's called The Trip Back, and I know I don't know, but that's not a Linda Tripp reference, right? She was only
in 1970.
I don't know time. What was it, 75? Nope. Yeah, she was Monica Lewinsky. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know American history.
It's good for the show. I think you can probably find it on YouTube if you want to see it.
Oh, yep.
I was a user, a loser, and a boozer. I stole the TV.
I love that.
Fandango. Hobo Camp. Jerry Blank can't read.
Oh, I feel like I should have known that this is what inspired Strangers with Candy. And
why would you know that?
Because it's an important movie, and it's an important movie for Chicago. And if I don't know,
how would you know that?
Why would I know what?
It's an important movie for Chicago.
Because Stephen Colbert and Amy's, I don't know.
Oh, because the Second City or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so good. Stephen Colbert is so good on that show. Oh, and the other guy, the art guy, Paul Dinello or whatever, he's so great.
Yes, too. Yes. Oh, look at him. Handsome. This is very good for the show.
that's all been good. You got to go easy on yourself, kid. Or not.
I will try.
No, you probably won't. You're pretty busy. You're keeping up with the headlines, making sure you know what all you people love your computers. You get on your computers.
I do love my computers.
Love your computers, and now you got a way to make fake covers for things.
I do. I tried to put my T-shirt on it, and it doesn't look good.
Okay. Did you want to talk about the? Do you want to go straight to the challenge?
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew. I decided that this challenge doesn't make any sense.
Alrighty.
But we're going to try and make it make sense. And the challenge is to... What was the exact challenge? Go in the Criterion closet or something like that, right?
Pick your...
So you see the Criterion Closet videos on YouTube. And if you don't know what we're talking about, there's these videos. There's a wonderful thing they do where people go and visit Criterion, I guess. And they've got this little room with supposedly all or almost all of the Criterion discs in it. And you get to go in there, and it's mainly, the idea is, hey, you visited the office, get some free movies. But then you kind of like hold it up and you hold up an Ozu movie and talk about it.
Yes.
And it's always an Ozu movie. I don't know if you've ever seen Tokyo Story, but it's a very important movie.
No, I didn't.
Well, you need to name check it if you're going in the closet, bitch.
You can, well, that's why some of the Criterion Closet picks are better than others. It's gone viral And now it's like a point of honor and relevancy.
It's a lot of pressure to put on somebody to go and perform and do that, though. And you're right. Some are better than others. I know we both loved the Natasha Lyonne one. There's lots of really, really good ones. And there's some that are just like, it's quite nice, though. Like the Dick Cavett one is kind of sweet. There's lots of ones where you like, it's just interesting to hear people talk about what they like.
It is because you can tell when someone's not doing a bit.
Okay.
Which is why don't you think some of them are kind of doing a bit? And that's kind of a disappointment.
Well, that's why I say it's a lot of pressure. Like I don't know why I would ever be wherever that, probably LA, I guess. I don't know why I would be where Criterion is, and I don't know why they would let me go in the closet. But if they said, hey, you ever seen Criterion Closet? And I'd be like, yeah, I really enjoy it. And they would say, okay, well, go nuts. We're going to shoot it. And like, I don't know. I would pick a lot of ones I already have. Or, honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like to talk about, because that's the ones I bought were the ones that, really matter to me. But
yes.
But how did you think about this challenge, Alex?
I just thought about if I was to do this little publicity stunt where now it's actually in a truck. They put the closet in a truck and drive it around. It's become
one way they have. Yeah, that's their portable one. Mm-hmm.
It's become a headline, I suppose. But okay.
Boy, you are so broken.
I am not broken. I am going with this bit where I apparently look at headlines, even though.
Well, I don't know. I can't prove that you look at headlines, but headlines are almost all you talk about.
No. What's the last headline I talked about?
Why? See, you've decided at some point that this kind of test is meaningful. And it's really
not.
It's
not a test. It's a question.
Well, no, because you're doing the opposite of what would make that a useful test, where you'll say stuff like, "When's the last time? When did I mention blah?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, let me use my encyclopedic knowledge of every time you've compulsively said the same thing over and over to prove to you how many times you said this." I can assure you, you do that. You do that, and it's nice. I think people enjoy that.
I might make up my own headlines.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Why did you mention something called the Hat Man?
A headline? Because that is
that anything you read about recently?
No.
No. Did you read it on Reddit?
No. Okay. I saw a documentary about, or heard a documentary about.
That's
it.
Different from the Umbrella Man.
Long ago. No, I don't know who.
The mysterious Umbrella Man at in Dealey Plaza when Kennedy was shot.
Huh. Oh, is this guy part of the Oliver Stone movie or no? No.
Something like that, yeah.
Did Oswald do it? See,
yeah. Anyway, sorry I misspoke. I realize you hardly look at the internet and are very unaware of what's happening in the discourse, and it's not affecting you in a negative way. So I withdraw the remark, and I'm glad you're doing well.
I hope I'm...
You seem happy. It seems like it's making you happy.
I was happy until now.
So what'd you decide?
I was happy about my Criterion
I'm
picks
pumping
and
you up,
happy
you piece of shit. I'm fucking pumping you up. So what excited you about this?
Because I haven't thought for a while what I value in quote classic movies, and I don't necessarily like that word, but classic is, at least for me, has
I like the term
always
Arik uses art house movies, because it started out as Janus, and then Janus, I guess, I never knew this. I thought it was the other way around, but I guess Janus bought Criterion Collection.
Yeah,
I hadn't known that.
It has this weird, interesting history where I thought it was just.
Did you watch his video?
This is where we keep the. I did not.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if we were going to watch it.
Well, I'll put it in the show notes. It's Arik Devers, I want to say, but anyway, he's a really nice guy. I met him at that conference. He spoke right before something that me and my people were doing, and I really enjoyed watching that talk, and I learned a lot from it. This before I was quite as testicle deep in the Criterion world, but he basically does this wonderful talk about the design. How do you put it? You should just watch it. It's like 15 minutes. It's really short and it's very well done. And he just talks about like he gets all the Criterion discs and he's very interested. But he talks about like how they do the design and like why the numbering matters and why you would want to buy a DVD as well as a Blu-ray in separate packages, and just the kind of thing that sounds fancy to talk about in the abstract, but when we all talk about things like how we enjoy delight in the world of Apple products, have enjoyed that. I mean, it's kind of a similar thing. It's just the fit and finish, the design, everything about the Criterion. And here we're talking, there's several different Criterion things, which is part of what made this challenge stupid. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's Criterion, like that's a company. There's the Criterion Collection, which is a very specific thing. That means it's a movie where like it's often a restoration or some kind of a special re-release, a better print than, that's how you get in the Criterion Collection, I think. But like, does that mean like everything Criterion has ever put out? I guess. But just that there's something, he did that talk in 2015, and a lot of what he said is still super true, where it's like, stuff just disappears from streaming. My family disagrees about this, I think, and it doesn't matter, but of all the numerous ways that my senses have gotten really dull, I see a really big difference between the image quality given different ways of watching something. Like the stuff I've got on my Plex, I will always favor 4K over 1080. I'll always favor 1080 over 720 all the way down. That's in my cascade of like preferences, is like try to get the highest quality. But that's fine. I know that's a trade-off, but Jesus Christ, watching The Walking Dead on Netflix is rough. Like it's so noisy, and not in like a Godfather way. And I'm telling you, man, when you drop in a 4K Blu-ray and watch it, like right off the disc to your TV, it makes a really big difference, especially if it's something that's been brought to, UHD, where it's really got a pop in contrast and stuff like that. It's a really big difference from, Jesus Christ. Okay, so like one of my movies that I have a Criterion disc for is 8.5, which is one of my favorite movies because I'm basic. The previous DVD that I had of 8.5 from probably the mid to early 2000s, woof. The print on it was so bad. It looked like it had been dragged around on the floor. It just, you know what I mean? Like, just because it's on DVD, well, that means it's a bit by bit perfect version of something that didn't look very good in the analog version.
But most upsetting part of this challenge for me was revisiting some of my DVDs thinking, hey, this is a special thing I have. And just being, like if it looks better on Netflix.
Can you think of examples of ones you looked at where it just didn't look as good as you remember?
Drive, and then I also have a Drive
on DVD. Whoa, okay.
Yes, and then I have a Drive Blu-ray, which also, though, is not very good. And I did some extra credit for this, which is I started looking at my collection, quote collection, downloads of movies I have in HD because I can't get it anywhere else. Or
your internet connection is not conducive to the 4K lifestyle.
No, but if you stay at the library or at McDonald's long enough, you can get one 8K, 4K to 8K. 8K, that's rough. One 4K movie.
That's probably overkill unless you have like a really big TV.
I have a 450.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, and it's again though, this is the problem where like I'm probably putting this in a really dumb way, but I could tape something like off of a boombox with the condenser mic and onto like a cassette, and then I could get that cassette into a completely lossless format, or like it could be a WAV or it could be whatever. It could be FLAC or OGG, Vorbis or whatever. The thing is, though, if it sounded like, it's sort of like live recordings a lot of the time, like if it sounds like shit, it doesn't matter that it's the most pristine quality in the world. If you didn't get a good recording, or in the case of music, it could be like a weird master, and this has all gotten so complicated now, especially in the age of like, for people who are fans of this stuff, like I've got 3 copies of Kingdom of Heaven now. And it's like, well, I don't want to watch the one that's not the director's cut because it apparently is just terrible. I mean, how many versions of Alien do I have? How many versions of Star Wars do I have? And thank God Plex now has an ability to have what's called an edition. So you can say director's cut or whatever. But, that's the problem is, I mean, like it sounds silly to say, but just tossing out a phrase like DVD or Blu-ray, it's only as meaningful as how good the original, the transfer, the all of that stuff is. And in the case of the movie I was watching last night, it's Citizen Kane. It's an absolutely extraordinary looking movie in what they've done with that. And it makes such a big difference if you came up watching crappy stuff on PBS or VHS or like whatever, to go back and like see what the third man can actually look like in a good print it's a different movie.
I've told you my Citizen Kane story, right?
If you have, I'd love to hear it again.
I actively avoided it because I thought it was basic. I had seen scenes of it just, in passing.
That was me and well, now it's called Bicycle Thieves, what they used to call the Bicycle Thief. I was just so tired of hearing about that movie as a kid. Like, I still haven't watched it, not because I'm mad, but because it's apparently a wonderful movie, but, Italian realist movie from the 50s. But, like, I just got so tired of hearing about it as a kid. In the same way as, like, when I tell people they should watch The Wire, it makes you resistant.
It was, yes. All of the people who were just so horny for it, I didn't like. And even though one of my
it's so fucking weird.
What they literally
all the people who were horny for it, you didn't like.
Yes. As teenagers and 20s.
Who the fuck would like Citizen Kane? That's weird.
Okay, so that's the thing. When someone, not someone, when an entire group of people who are pretentious dicks don't really like something, a lot of people I think tend to go, ugh, but
especially because there's some kinds of things that are like a dare. Like, like a crazy example, Andy Warhol movies, where like you could name check that you've seen the Empire State Building movie. And it's like, but yeah, did you really watch like a multi-hour movie that's just one camera trained on a building? Like,
I know many people have read Infinite Jest. I don't claim
I read the Empire State Building book, so I feel like I knew most of what was going to be in the movie.
Oh, God.
So, the book was better.
On one of probably like my first day of film school, watched a Citizen Kane print at it was a little field trip to the Music Box Theater, which is a classic theater here in Chicago known for getting really old prints. Like they are shipped
like
there.
A
do
repertory company kind of thing.
Yeah, and watching it was like, oh, holy shit! Oh, this is okay, yep, pretty much one of the best movies I've ever seen. However, the sound, it wasn't bad, but it just was. It wasn't there.
Do you remember? I don't remember if I told you that we went to see. Did I tell you, like Billy had never seen? You should read Billy's review of it. It's wonderful. But there was a showing of Harold and Maude at a local little theater that we like a lot. And, but what I didn't know going into it was like, oh my gosh, you got to come in. You got to see this print of Harold and Maude. It's like an original print. I don't want to say like a 16 millimeter print or something. It looked like dog shit. It was so damaged. It was so fucked up. And it was fun and I enjoyed the experience. And I was very happy that my kid, had a good experience with it. But like, do you own? So go.
Hold. Then like a week. Hold on. A week later,
film school.
I saw the original Criterion, and not the most current one, but a 4K edition of Citizen Kane, fully remixed in a small theater.
Isn't that hell of a
thing? It was
thing?
like, holy fucking shit! And it's not like it was a bad movie or anything before, but that's when you kind of get, okay, it's not just a movie that broke conventions and freaking just fucking invented a ton of
redefined
technique.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, here's my
like,
question is, do you own the one that I have? If you go to Dropbox, you can see the wonderful edition I've got. I thought about this last night, and it's a no-brainer. If you would allow it, I would be honored if you would let me gift you with the Criterion 4K of Citizen Kane, because it's got the Roger Ebert commentary.
Oh, yes, please.
It's vital. It's vital to watch. Once you've watched the movie, it's so vital to watch that's what I was watching last night. I just fell asleep watching Citizen Kane halfway through with his commentary, which is, well, to quote Arik, his name looks like Eric with an A. A-R-I-K, Arik. To quote Arik, it's film school in a box in some ways. Like, learning about what Greg Toland did in that movie is mind-boggling. And just to sit there and watch a movie with Roger Ebert, a movie that he treasures, and like be able to tell you like every little nook and cranny of what's happening in a scene. And like, you notice there, you can see the footlight, and you notice that at this point, the ceiling they use that newspaper building room for 3 different things. They use it for, they only use so many sets but just to learn like how they shot things on the budget they had to look huge, is incredible. The makeup, 1941, the makeup on him he's like 25, 26, something like that. It's incredible. So I would love to send it just so you could have the commentary and we could talk about it. So please say yes.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, please. Yes,
Thank
please.
You.
And that's why this challenge is stupid, but also fun, because media is death. And the Criterion Collection, until I knew that it was much more about the restoration, it felt kind of just like, here's something pretty to have on your shelf, which now I also think it's important to have something pretty on your shelf.
I totally get that. And I think that is a cromulent way to approach it, is like the same way that, like, honestly, like people who buy guitars. How many times have you seen somebody in like an interview on TV and they've got like guitars on the wall in the background, and maybe they play them, maybe they don't. They mainly want you to know they like guitars. You could just go out and buy a bunch of these really pretty discs and watch them once, and that's fine. You don't have to there's no test, for like who deserves to have these things. And like I said, I sent you a list of mine, the ones I've got. I don't have that many, but there are some that are, the Parasite one is outstanding. There's just a bunch that are real good. They've got lots of stuff on them, and I like the way it looks. It makes me happy.
See, you did the challenge perfectly. You talked about the few that were, I can see you in the closet right now. I have a wonderful imagination. It's great. See,
I bet I look fat.
I
bet I look fat and ill. You gotta be careful with lighting.
I saw a picture of you recently. I'm like, what a handsome man. And a pretty clean bathroom.
No.
No?
No, it's not a clean bathroom. But, I don't care. Yeah, a lot of stuff is going to change, Alex. A lot of stuff is going to change. If you go to that, so what I put in this folder for now, just let's see, there's a picture of fake Jerry Blank, your Criterion template. And then I put my little main, like, shelf of plastic, and then I sent you a screen grab of mostly mine. Oh, the Raging Bull's beautiful too. Oh my God, the booklet that comes with the train spotting is so freaking cool. I don't know, they just make me happy, and they're pretty.
They make me happy as well, but I think possibly more importantly, at least from what I know of now, looking into the creation of these, it makes the people who are restoring all of these very, very happy, and kind of as the like, streaming is getting a lot ickier, not even just for the prices, but because the quality is just dog shit, as you would say. The youngs, I don't know if millennials are young, but like people at the company are younger and are rediscovering films that we watched, like the Weekend, which was a movie that premiered on.
That's a very difficult movie.
Weekend, the
one with the car crash and waiting in line.
No. Weekend is just.
I was thinking of like Buñuel or one of the new wave guys. What am I thinking of? Week dash, and no, it's just an interminable new wave movie directed by. Was it not Godard? Who did it? Weekend movie. Never mind. But yours is a gay movie.
Yes, it is. It is.
Do you like gay movies?
Other than Blue is the Warmest Color, which is in the Criterion collection.
You should spend time with Mubi. Jean-Luc Godard did Weekend in 1967. It's an interminably. It's like Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie. It's one of those just like pain films that you watch to be cool. But wait, what was I saying? Weekend. You need to spend time with Mubi, dude. Mubi's got so much good gay stuff.
There was crap. I really lean into and manipulate the free trial situation. So I've now canceled Criterion and I'm on to Mubi.
You're one of those churn people I've read about.
Yes, I'm a churner. And
they're a churner, Jerry, a churner. No churn.
What's happening there? Churning, Jerry. Not a levels person.
Charnel.
But my
charnel house. That's a house where you keep bones.
I don't know that reference. I tried. I couldn't. Nope.
It's an English language word that is used to modify other nouns.
I'm not good with words, Jerry. Not good with words.
What's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell? That's crazy. So
if I saw a headline, maybe I'd know. I don't know. Did she say a thing? Is there a new development?
Isn't it kind of neat though to dip back into this little world? And I hear what you're saying about churning from one to the other. But honestly, like I've said this so many times, but like I don't know. I'm weird. Where like there's stuff I don't mind spending money on just because I think it's a cool thing, and a lot of that is people. Like people that I spend money on, and I don't even really consume that much of what they do. And in the case of Criterion, like, yeah, it costs money each month, but like, I love it first of the month going in and like seeing what's new in their collections. And I love the trailers. I love the features. I love the like, whatever that series is called, where directors talk about their favorite movie and then they interleave it with the movie then. The Ari Aster one for that is extremely good, and that's how I learned about that Swedish that Swedish guy I'm obsessed with was from Ari Aster.
Oh God, he makes my actually, I was gonna say some of my least favorite movies. Some of the best, I think, horror movies.
The best of your least favorite movies.
I think they are phenomenal. Yep, it is so
you didn't like Midsommar.
Upsetting. Nope, did not like her.
Didn't like
so
you. Didn't
upsetting.
like you. Didn't. Okay.
I hated seeing that in theaters. I had such a visceral.
How come? You didn't think
because no, I thought it was phenomenal. It was a terrible experience for me because it was very uncomfortable. It was it's kind of like when I watch Stalker. It is a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, because you're just staring.
I've got a couple hours to kill. You just sit down and watch Stalker. It's very mellow.
It's
very simple, very easy to understand, and it's
totally fine, totally normal, and not. Don't watch that before bed. That's actually I realized.
Do you know what you'd want if you went to that zone?
No, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even.
What about Annihilation? Did you ever see Annihilation?
I actually haven't. No.
Billy said the book's better, but that's got a special area in it. In Annihilation. Yeah, you got to go to like this area where everything's all wavy.
Special areas.
A team of women go into this special area.
Oh God, there should never be a special area. Even in Harry Potter, when there's a special area,
got a special area.
Lurking
in the corridors. Talking about the room of requirement.
Moving on. I do not have many Criterion films, not for any other reason other than they are. Well, no, I have the digital versions.
You've melted down into some kind of half scat.
What? Because I don't want to talk about special.
You don't want to talk about special what?
I don't want to think about Ari, or I don't want to think about Hereditary or Stranger, which is such.
What about
a good,
It Follows? Did you ever watch It Follows? That's scary too.
Yeah, but that's all right. Okay. I'm fine with that one because there's no way I can get into that situation. I can see myself somehow getting into a Midsummer situation. There's not that many steps.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the sex. That's what Mike Tyson said. Tell me some of yours. You go in the closet. Hey, going in the closet. Hold up an Ozu movie. What movie? You gonna hold up Tokyo Story by Ozu?
My first Criterion film that I think probably the reason I found out about Criterion movies or the like collection itself, the numbered discs, was from I'm gonna flex again and talk about my work with Criterion, which is an old school documentary house, and they made
somebody related to Max
Dreams.
Kartemkin?
No. Oh no, I worked there way before.
Because it kind of sounds like Max's last name.
Because Cartem Quinn. Quinn. Yeah, it's actually Cartem Quinn. One of the founders, last name Quinn. Fun, not a very fun fact, except for me. But they got kind of on.
This is still the flex.
This is the flex because they made Hoop Dreams, and Steve James, who's a extremely talented documentary filmmaker, like working with him was extremely influential. And being an intern there, I also got to work on Life Itself, which was the Roger Ebert documentary, and he passed away when he was working on that. And that's also the first time I ever saw. Yeah. Yes. Famously. But at the end of like once you're done working at Cartemquin, because you have like an internship or a fellowship for young filmmakers, they are like, okay, here is a closet of our movies. Go ahead, take whatever you want.
Oh my.
And I didn't know.
That's exciting.
Yes, and I didn't know that the Criterion. Now I was like, wait. What? And I went back, and they had stolen that from Criterion just because it is a tradition among various, whether it's like a film company or some production company. A lot of the time, if you've worked there for a while, they're like, hey, go wild, take hundreds or take like a few $100s worth of films, which I think is really wholesome and nice. But in one of the films I took was obviously Hoop Dreams and the Criterion.
I've never seen them.
Oh, it's so.
I've heard it's great.
It is. It heralded like a new.
Yeah. No, I'm aware of its importance. I've just never. I mean, it's name checked at the beginning of documentary now. Okay.
That's true. I forgot about that. But that was my first experience with like special, actually good special features. And sorry, I'm not explaining this. Like commentary on the film that was bundled. No, I'm not describing this well. Whether not just commentary, but like other filmmakers talking about why this is important, and like in a way that is produced really well and isn't just some random like red carpet like, hey, how did this movie influence you? Just a really well produced thing where other influential and smart people will talk about why they love something, and that is what then
that's
brought
valuable.
me.
That's super valuable.
Yeah, and so I have always had that, and then F for Fake was like the third Blu-ray I ever got. And so these are the ones I have. Also, and if I was in the closet, still pick F for Fake. If I was in the closet now, I would not pick Rushmore, not because I don't love it, but I would want, this is an aspirational media purchase, the Wes Anderson Criterion collection that's coming out.
It's on my wish list.
oh God, it
Also, the Fellini one. The
buck
Fellini
wild.
one also has that beautiful cover on it.
I haven't earned it. Like I've earned
You haven't earned what?
the Wes Anderson.
Okay,
Like
okay.
yeah, I need the Fellini hipster cred to really earn that. But what else? Oh, and all that jazz. I would have never considered getting all that jazz, mostly because I hadn't seen it, but you're like, no, you got to watch all that jazz, and the only way to watch it is through the Criterion disc. It's not even streaming on the Criterion app, which is
Wow.
wild and really just
That right stuff is so complicated.
yeah, and yeah, they even explain in a lot of the Criterion company will explain sometimes why something isn't in their collection and how they're trying to get it into the collection, whether it be rights or whether it be a tech issue or a print or sound, which is also very interesting. And okay, these are other aspirational closet picks. I would love Brazil, which beautiful cover. Citizen Kane. The Others, which I did not know was in the Criterion collection, but I think is an extremely underrated.
Is that the Nicole Kidman movie?
Yes,
That's a really good movie. I watched that on a flyer probably last year, and I was really surprised at she's wonderful in that.
Yeah, I think I watched it like on a plane or something. It wasn't, I don't know. It was just like, oh, holy shit. Altered States, which I have never seen, but I probably should.
Never seen it.
And the Godzilla
Ooh, Isle of Dogs
collection.
is coming. That's cool.
Yes, yeah, and on its own, not in the big boy.
Oh, Brazil, yeah.
The one's good. Videodrome. And my final, I'd really the one that I could talk. These are all ones that I could probably talk about and seem almost smart. But the most important one that I it makes me emotional thinking about this movie being in the Criterion collection and being preserved in some way is Weekend, which is a 2011 film that's just about two single men who meet one weekend and have a really beautiful short relationship. And it's arty in a way that feels less pretentious because when your budget is that small, you can only fit so much pretension in. And even though that it's set in London, it captures an experience very much like an experience that many queer people have, where there's this whirlwind, and this whirlwind relationship is going to end, and it might end in tragedy, but it's worth it. And I don't even think, it's not the greatest movie in the world or whatever, but for 2011, and it was also hard. There weren't a lot of queer movies on Netflix in 2011. It was just really important to me and a lot of my friends at the time, and it also was just it looked like shit even back then on Netflix. It looked terrible. I thought it was because of the budget, but no, there was good digital cameras at the time.
Yeah.
And watch the trailer for the Criterion collection, and even on my phone, I'm like, oh, holy shit. So that's my number one. Wow, Criterion is actually really, really, really important for these little ones that you can even see in the upcoming or their new releases that they have on the website.
I don't even know. You can go out and still you sort of said, you were sort of implying or saying, there's not that many places to get to see all that jazz. And I don't know, I have this phenomenon that's, I don't know if it's privileged exactly. It's probably a little bit wastrel, but where I'm like, man, I would pay just to get the good version of this. You know, and it's cool that you can do that with these things, and the curation also then kind of builds this trust or credibility. Oh my God, Georgia Hubley's top 10. That's so cool. The drummer from Yo La Tengo. I was looking at John Carpenter's. Oh, she likes Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie. I should watch it again. Oh, she likes Balthazar. Oh my God, she has such fancy taste. She does like Silence of the Lambs. I introduced myself to her and her husband at South by Southwest, and they were really nice about it.
Oh.
Yeah, her and Ira.
People are nice.
Ira. Give it to me, Ira.
Nope. God, I even had a quote. God damn it. I had a Roger Ebert quote. Roger Ebert described Weekend as smart, sensitive, perceptive film with actors well suited to the dialogue. Such a simple sentence, fucking huge in 2011 for like. God, 21. That meant so much.
Yeah.
And even now, it's it's hard to find a good it's hard to pirate still or pirate a good version. So I'm very, very glad that it's being released in
Alex,
4K.
I apologize. Can you hear?
Yes.
I think one of my devices has started playing the soundtrack from Chicago because I said all that jazz. Hey, Google, stop. Hey, Siri, stop. Hey, Google, stop.
You gotta tell all the robots.
And all that jazz. Da-dun, 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 da-dun.
All right, that
was weird. Sorry about that.
Jazz by Catherine Zeta-Jones, Renee Zellweger, Tay Diggs-Shaw. Playing on Spotify.
Oh, I'm glad
Google,
that she credited
stop.
all of the people involved. That was nice.
That was that. You know what? That's respect. You know, you sit through the credits like a gentleman.
Yes, exactly. Renee Zellweger earned it.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom. Sally Phillips was in Bridget Jones's Diary. I learned that yesterday.
I don't know who that is.
Did you watch Veep?
Yes.
You remember Minna Hakkinen?
Yes.
Who also is on A Wonderful Season of Taskmaster. She was in 2 Bridget Jones movies. I didn't know that. These English people, they work like hell, man.
Sidebar, you most recent. I love your starter playlist of
oh shit! Really?
Episodes.
Are you okay with the choice? Yeah.
Yeah. However, unless
on these things.
you want to, no. You also posted.
Yes.
You also posted.
You're crabby today. Did you have an Adderall?
I am not crabby. I am very excited about. I'm crabby about non-existent headlines, and now I really want to look at what's happening with Ghislaine Maxwell, but I'm not because. I like being happy.
She's in prison for 20 years in Tallahassee, Florida. And she's the only person in the entire prison that has a uniform with tasseled epaulets on it. She was able to work that out. And she says, I'm the captain. I'm the captain. Okay. I think it would look a little something like this. Because what's funny is she would be in like one of those orange jumpsuits that says DOC or something on the back, right? Oh, but then it would also have those fruity epaulets she likes.
So is it
maybe some cutouts on the side to, she likes those cutout outfits too.
So is there a photo of her?
In the tassels? She's in Tassels All the Time. Tassels All the Time title.
Tassels All the Time. You also posted the entire season of crap, I don't know, the most recent season of Taskmaster. If you're a person who wants continuity, Merlin has picked the right season, I think. Oh my God. So
they're all different, they're all special, but
this one's I think this one's extra special, and I can't tell why. I
think Jason and Stevie are very magical. No, there's a lot of reasons. It's because every single one of them in their way is an agent of chaos.
And maybe
in their
that's
way,
why.
in their own way, and they each anyway. I don't want to go on about Taskmaster. That's a different show. But But thank you for saying that. I really would like people, and I continue to get nice notes from people who are like, well, Merlin was always spamming this or whatever. Well, fuck you. Would be like, Merlin kept posting about this, and I finally watched it, and you know what? It's good. Like, wow, that's so
Posting
weird.
about something you love on
Alex.
Oh God,
Alex, it doesn't help. You're not helping.
a
lot of shit's going to change. You guys are going to get a different Merlin now. A lot of shit's got to change. Unfortunately, it's already happened.
I'm
officially dead inside.
It makes me really.
Yeah.
It makes me really.
No, I'll
sad.
keep doing stuff like that, but there's some other stuff I've made some pretty important decisions about.
I listened to the rest of the rect.
I've decided that AI is bad and no one should use it.
I just.
And that will be what I publicly say for the rest of the summer, at least. So just so you know.
I hope that you.
It's bad. No one should use
privately.
it. You guys were all right. You guys were all correct. It's bad and no one should use it.
It's so.
Yeah. So I haven't much to add to this. I still don't exactly 100,000% understand exactly what constitutes exactly being in the Criterion collection. I mean, does it mean that they just put it out at some point, or like because then there's like Criterion editions, which I think is different. But I didn't have that much to add to it. The thing that I got stuck on a little bit was what I think we both agree would be interesting, which is like, is there anything you'd like to see a quote unquote Criterion edition of?
Yes.
But like, what does that mean?
It means a movie that's there. It's either for me, the criteria was either or hard to find, hard to find, very little information about it. Or I'm trying to open my note. Come on. Here we go. Unpopular for its time. And my number one is Hackers. 1990, I believe, film came out around the 1995.
You'd love to see a good print of that with some commentary. You get Johnny Lee on there talking about it.
Yes, and there's a lot of good because of the anniversary. I don't know what year, but there's been some good interviews and panels. But I want a nice commentary and a fancy steel case cover. All of that.
Yeah. I just ordered a steelbook of the new Master and Commander, which I'm very excited about. They're finally doing a 4K UHD of Master and Commander.
I don't understand what UHD is, except
Ultra
that
high
I
definition.
think I can tell.
So, like when you're watching Netflix, especially, and something comes on, and you see, perhaps unsurprisingly, a jet black background, but white letters that seem almost like too white, like they're so poppin', so bright, there's so much contrast. That's a sign. You could 4K UHD. Yeah, you usually get ultra high definition, which is, I'll leave it to Syracuse to explain the technology of that, but I would describe it as like really poppin' whites and just high levels of contrast. And so like it gives you a lot more, I don't know, I want to say dynamic range to like play in.
That's the thing. I used to be a smarty pants who could explain.
Oh, it looks great.
This
it looks great. It doesn't look
think
like a fucked up gas station copy of 8.5.
I would love to see what a fucked up. That would actually be.
I probably got it here somewhere. Yeah.
That would be kind of fun. Brothers Bloom, which is Ryan Johnson's second film, which is
Adrian Brody and.
The Hulk, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
And
it's a fun, silly movie.
It's so silly. You see so much.
Isn't there a girl in it?
Yeah, and I would forget who it is. But you see so much of what'll be Knives Out.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Knives Out. Love Knives Out.
Tar Nation, which is a short documentary that it's something very few people have seen. Kind of another gay one, but a young gay man has all of this home. It's like a Grey Gardens, except He's gay and his mom's schizophrenic, and
Oh wow.
it's in
Tarnation, you say?
yeah.
Wow.
And I would love a God, I would love a where are they now type of situation and how he's grown as a filmmaker, because he only does make small arty things
I'm sorry,
now.
who is the director?
I don't remember his
Okay.
name even. It'll be in notes. This is purely this is a vanity pick.
Uh-huh.
Love Lies Bleeding. Kristen Stewart's most recent movie, and I love it. One that I think everyone could agree on, and I was actually like really surprised it's not in here or in like the official collection. Hearts of Darkness. What the heck? Not. Why isn't there?
What would you be looking for from that? From like her, Eleanor gives an updated commentary on it, maybe?
I wouldn't even.
It would be really
Even
interesting
if
to hear
there
her
was
talk about it,
nothing?
especially after Megalopolis happened. It'd be interesting to hear her
Yes.
go back and talk about him mortgaging everything for movies back then.
I would love any sort of
I
extra.
love that movie. I love that movie
yeah.
so goddamn much.
I do. I do too. And if you also have a decent print of it, just a decent, not print, but version of it, because mine sucks. And even on like Amazon, there's no good way to watch. Maybe it's on. Maybe you
Yeah, I
can
know.
buy
It's
it. on
it's
Apple.
take it as read. It's tricky. All those things for sure.
Especially the audio could be cleaned up, I think.
So you can really hear him sitting there shirtless with his titties sitting out, typing and yelling.
That's it.
Those are great.
I don't
Those are great
know-
picks.
I don't know why Ghibli isn't in there. Probably because of rights. However, there everything I would want from a Criterion Ghibli already exists.
Yeah, I mean,
their
I've got a
discs.
lot of the stuff that I would want from quote unquote Criterion disc. Like I think of there are places that do that well. What are the ones I wrote down? I think one of my all time favorite Blu-rays is the Godfather restoration, just because it's when you first get to see what's that video called, Art of the Emulsion or whatever. There's a wonderful documentary on the Godfather, just a terrifying documentary about the condition of the Godfather movies at the time of the restoration. They did it, and it's absolutely fascinating. Because now, I guess we're so used to the idea that, like, oh yeah, we had these 3 copies of Metropolis, and we got the best of each, and we da 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 da. But like to see the actual condition that some of Columbia's copies of Godfather was in were like mind blowing. What they had to do, like frame by frame, and that was still a pretty new idea when that came out. My other one is like pretty much almost anything by Edgar Wright. Just because, well, I love Edgar Wright, but also
that's
he has multiple and very good commentary tracks on, I think, all of his, where it'll be like, if you watch Hot Fuzz or World's End or whatever, it could be him and Simon Pegg doing the writing commentary. There's another one where like it'll be him and people from the tech team talking about tech stuff about it, and like it's just neat because like he cares a lot about that stuff, and it's neat to hear his POV and describing like how he made the car do this thing in Baby Driver or whatever. I love stuff like that. I don't have any particular Criterion, especially ones. I still have so much stuff I need to watch. I'm always adding things to my list and rarely ticking it off.
I
watch too much
forgot
Taskmaster
one.
is the problem.
You spam.
I'm always spamming people with
Spamming.
that.
Always spamming. I forgot Tropic Thunder. It should be there for
Oh my
all of the
God,
reasons.
yes.
The commentary is
I
awesome.
feel like
but I
there's
want more
a
of it.
really good Robert Downey Jr. commentary on there.
There is. Yes.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Is he in
God,
character?
like,
I can't remember.
Awesome in literally
Is he in character?
In awe. No.
Okay.
Oh, but that I could see that happen. Oh my God. Oh, I love it so much. I'm gonna go watch it again. I love it so much. Like,
And treat yourself. Go watch Lindsay Ellis. Is she the one who did the video on Tropic Thunder? I think it was Lindsay Ellis has a really good video on Tropic Thunder.
yes, she does. She should be on
She's
the
wonderful. She's a
Criterion
mom now.
condition.
She's a mom of 2. Isn't that cute?
Yes. All of my YouTubers are growing up. It's wonderful.
I know.
Oh.
Thanks. I hate it. Is there anything else?
Do you have anything funny?
No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
AI is terrible. I'm an awful person for my extreme enthusiasm every day.
Tassels all the time. My girl wants her tassels all the time. Tassels all the time. I'm glad it's out there and they make me happy. I hope they're not assholes. They make me really happy. You know, in the same way that I think the Taskmaster people should make me some kind of a California ambassador for the program, maybe Criterion. Yes. You know, I'm not asking for money or anything. I'm not even asking for a shirt or a tote bag. You know, I just need something to keep my hands busy.
You should ask for like 5 minutes in the closet. Not even 5. I think you could get it done in one.
Especially
not
if I went in as Jason Mantzoukas. Can you imagine the damage I could do in that closet?
Oh God.
Dismantle. What's his phrase? I said it from the beginning. Destroy, dismantle.
There's too many phrases.
He just keeps flipping tables over. It's so goddamn funny.
You glossed over it. That season of Taskmaster, every one of the cast is an agent, a different agent of chaos. Whereas sometimes
you could like miss it and go like, "Oh, Rosie, she's a fun, sexy mom, and she's definitely a hilarious, fun, very sexy mom." But like, don't sleep on her doing backwards breakdancing in episode 2. It's really fucking funny.
Now I'm just
they're all very committed.
Sleeping on her. I would enjoy sleeping on her if she's doing breakdancing.
And you should watch the one where Sally Phillips gives Alex a special cuddle. Have you ever seen that one?
Yes. God, I think
she sticks cake in his armpit. Sally Phillips is so fucking hot. Like, not in a like, ooh, like I want to jizz way, but in like, oh my God, she's sexy in like an old fashioned way. And the reason she's sexy is because she's so fucking funny and open and like everything she does. She's like people that I'm just attracted to in real life. You know, everything she does is just hilarious. And you can tell she does not take anything too seriously. And I think she might also be an athlete. Because she picks up Alex pretty easily at one point, which surprised me. He weighs 14 stone.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I think she might run.
That's 14 stone. Yes, 14 stone.
I still
definitely
don't understand.
know
That's
how
another
much
one. I know it's another one of those made up things.
I agree.
The British are constantly making up names for things, and people were always telling me about stuff. Like a really nice person the other day who saw my enjoyment assessments. I was like, oi, governor, you got to really go out and find this radio show, and it's called like Nibbins on the Crackerback or something. Or you're like, what? And you're like,
we don't say that anymore.
Daddy Chester's molasses lesson or whatever. Just all these fucking things. They just come up with these crazy ass names of things, and you're like I just seen like 8 out of 10 cats. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Never mind it's all just making up words over there. And I feed into it. I do that.
You're part of.
I'm not even meant to be British. Governor, your name?
Kappa.
Are you taking the mic, bruv? Are you taking the mic, bruv?
I can't even laugh at that because I don't know if
that's
real.
Fatcha. That's Fatcha. She says, "Are you taking the mic, bruv?"
Is that something said on Taskmaster?
Fatcha says it dozens of times every single episode.
No.
Do you know who Fatcha is? She makes that dumb heart thing with her hands. She got to pee in her hijab.
Oh,
Did you watch the outtakes?
I like when.
Did you watch the outtakes?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, there's 2 sets of outtakes and they're really, really good.
Is it bad that it's okay when I laugh about the hijab stuff, right? She laughs.
Well, watch the outtakes because it's super funny when you see Alex being so uncomfortable pronouncing the word hijab and they have to do all these takes. It's really, but it looks she caught a pee. She did catch a pee in her.
Oh, okay.
Hijab. Bruv, it's a job. I've got extras. And she wants to marry Greg. They're going to get married. She's a very sexual woman. That's what she said. So fucking funny. Task master. What?
Your task is to fart. Fart.
Oh God! And then his hemorrhoid slips out. Poor fella. Can you imagine if you hemorrhoided so hard it made a flappy sound?
Oh. Oh. No, I take it back. Taskmaster's terrible. It's just as terrible as Midsummer. No one. Oh God. You can see him burned alive in his.
And Mike
sweet
Wozniak
little
is the
suit.
assistant on the Kids Taskmaster show, where Rose Matafeo is the host. He plays the Alex Horn role, and he's very, very good on Kids Taskmaster. Taskmaster Junior.
I think I have a new idea because you're going to be the California ambassador.
Oh, thank you.
And
it's an honor just to be nominated.
Yeah. Well, and you will be this some blood.
Yes. Yes.
He can't pronounce the job. I can't. You'll be the
Mon mon frère, hypocrite lecteur. Are you quoting The Wasteland?
No.
Shanti. Shanti. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory with desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain.
It sounds.
Winter kept us warm, riding over the Starnberg Sea.
Is this a white people accent? Can I laugh at this?
He's from Missouri, but he has an English accent.
Okay, good.
Go listen to him read The Wasteland and tell me that motherfucker's from fucking Missouri. The Wasteland.
I forgot we were doing a show. I was about to.
Oh no, we should. Can we ding out?
Yes.
Anything else you want to recommend? Where can people find more about you?
People should watch the movie Swim Fan. Just do it.
That's a 90s thriller, right?
I don't know. It is not. It's. I
think of it as one of those like Donnie Wahlberg is stalking your daughter movies.
Yep.
Is it something like that? I'm thinking of the Swim Hut. Locker Boy?
I mean, something happens in the Swim Hut.
Let's just happens in the Swim Hut.
Say I started. No.
Hello. I am the general.
No, she's actually more of like a digital Epstein, except she's a teenage girl.
Maxwell, more like Min Badley.
Min Badwell, Min Taciturn. Well, petering. We're petering. You can't.
Yeah.
PETA. Oh, yeah. I want to go look at pictures of Maxwell.
You know her father's Robert Maxwell. Do you know that? You got a lot of catching up to do, buddy. Are you taking the mic, bruv? Go look it up.
I'll get Cuppa on a break.
You're on the you're in the you can mind the gap or mind the baby gap. Okay, bye. That's all of the show.